Hi dear students, welcome to another session. In the last class we already discussed regarding autosomal dominant genetic disorders. So today class I am going to start with the X-linked or sex-linked genetic disorders. The today topic is sex-linked genetic disorders. Very interesting topic and very easy topic. Here we know that already chromosomes are mainly two types. One is autosomes and one is allosomes. Allosomes are like X chromosome and Y chromosome. Normally sex chromosomes are only two types. One is X chromosome and second one is Y chromosome. Generally, which are responsible for determination of sex. It we already learned in the last classes. But here this X chromosome as well as Y chromosome also consist some genes which are code for or responsible for somatic character. Got my point, my dear students? The point is here, X as well as Y chromosome, they are not only for sex determination but also useful for some indicating of some somatic characters also. So such a sex chromosome containing genes or such a sex chromosomes consist genes or such genes are called as sex linked genes. Now the mutation is occurred on this X chromosome containing genes and going to lead the genetic disorders. So such are called as what? Sex linked genetic disorders. This is actually today topic. Got the point? Okay. Next, here generally we can divide into broadly two types. One is sex chromosomes, one is X chromosome and one is Y chromosome. X chromosome we can again divide into two types. One is X chromosome dominant X-linked dominant genetic disorder, X-linked recessive genetic disorders. Because of X like in female X and X homozygous in condition, so dominant as well as recessive. So that's why I have written X-linked dominant genetic disorders, X-linked recessive genetic disorders. Okay. Next one is Y. Here X and Y chromosome, it is a non-homologous chromosome. There is no chance for like alternative dominant as well as recessive. It means here only Y linked genetic disorders. Y linked genetic disorders. Okay. In NCERT complete information is given regarding only X-linked recessive genetic disorders are given. Examples are which are X-linked recessive genetic disorders are in NCERT they given. The first one is regarding hemophilia first, and second example regarding color blindness. Okay, two are very easy and important one. Let's focus on first one, hemophilia. Have you idea? You have any idea regarding hemophilia? Hemoglobin. In this case, what happened? Generally, it is also called as bleeder's disease. Bleeder's disease. So these genes which are occurred on X chromosome, Now this X chromosome containing hemophilic genes are altered or mutated. So due to alter or mutations, what happened here? Single gene or single protein is a part of cascade protein, which is involved in blood clotting. So such a protein is going to disturb. Such protein is going to what? Mutated. Such protein is affected. Okay, this is actually NCERT language. In simple way, how we are going to tell? In the simple language, we can tell here, due to that mutations, blood clotting factors are not released or blood clotting enzymes are affected. In simple language, due to this mutation, blood clotting factors are affected. Okay, so in such affected persons, one single cut or one simple cut, it is going to lead a continuous non-stop bleeding is occurred. So due to the loss of plenty of, how many liters of blood is present in human? 5 liters of blood. One single cut or one simple cut in such person, it going to lead continuous non-stop bleeding is occurred. So at the last, the person is going to die due to that bleeding only. Okay, affected persons, one single or one simple cut is or also lead non-stop bleeding. At the last, the person is going to, the blood flow is not going to control, complete amount of blood is going to release to the outside. At the last, the person is going to die. So that's why it is called as what? Bleeder's disease. So that's why it is called as Bleeder's disease. Got my point? Okay. Next, here this Bleeder's disease, nothing but hemophilia. It is again divided into two types based on defect of blood clotting factors. Hemophilia, we can divide it into two types. Here, hemophilia type A and hemophilia type B disease. So in this case, what happened in hemophilia A persons, their lack of blood clotting factor, that is 7. And in this case, hemophilia B, in this case what happened? Same, it is also lack of blood clotting factors or nothing but enzyme, that is the factor is number 9. So this is anti-hemoglobin protein, factor number 7. And factor number 9, it is plasmaprothrombin protein. So lack of these two proteins, the blood is not going to clot. So that's our, one is hemophilia A type of disease, hemophilia B type disease. Got the point? Okay. Next, Actually, sir, how many total factors are present in the human? Blood clotting factors. The total number of blood clotting factors are 13 factors are present in human. Okay, so this is some information regarding hemophilia. Next, here if you notice the disease is transmitted from mother to son. The disease is transmission from mother to son. So in this case, what happened, generally most of the person, 80 to 90% of only males are going to suffer from the hemophilia. Females are not going to suffer from the hemophilia disease. Do you know why? Let's see here, write the point first. Mostly who is going to suffer? 80 to 90% of males are going to suffer from hemophilia. And least chances or very less chances of less possibility of hemophilic female. Okay, in the normal society, in the normal population, we can't observe the hemophilic females, because most of the females are act as either normal or carrier. Okay, in females 2 X chromosomes are there. So 2 X chromosomes are homologous in condition. So the chances is there, for example, one capital A, one small a, or capital A or small a condition, right? Let's say here, normally here in female sex chromosomes are X chromosome as well as X chromosome. Now we are discussing regarding what? Hemophilia. Such genes we represented, like for example capital H, it is what? Normal. And according to the Mendelian, capital H and small h, it is also normal or not? Normal. But genes are what? Heterozygous in condition. It is also what? Normal. It means this gene is already mutated, but such effect is not produced in that generation. Why? Because it is present beside the capital H, dominant and recessive. And when it is expressed, so this is recessive in condition. Now these two genes are mutated and these two genes are homozygous in condition. It is going to express its character, it is going to lead hemophilia. Right? Got the point? So just we have to represent this H on X chromosome. Let's say here X, H, X, H. This is normal female, right? Next, X, H, X, small h. This is already what? Mutated, already altered gene. But here homozygous condition is there. In another chromosome dominant gene is there. It is going to dominant or mask this character. So in this case what happened? It is also be normal. But these females are act as carriers. They transmit the disease to next generation. Next, when disease form X small h, X small h. So in this case here what? Hemophilic female is formed. But generally in the society, this condition, this alleles condition female is not appeared in the society, because if these type of genes are formed at embryonic stage, the baby is going to abort, so the baby is going to die. The embryo stage, the baby is going to die, it is not survive. Why? Because when small h, two genes are there, then it going to become as lethal, L-E-T-H-A-L, become as lethal genes. These are highly mutated, it is very harmful to the human, so that's why the individual is going to die. In case of male, what happened? In case of male, X, H and Y, it is normal, and here X, small h and Y. So this is what it is, hemophilia, male, right? Why? Because here one single H, there is no homologous chromosome for X chromosome. So single recessive gene, it can express its character, because here there is no alternative gene it express. So that's why males are never act as carriers, okay. Let's see then when when the chances is there to form this type of allele containing female. When the mother is carrier of such person or such female, and she have color blind father. In such case, there is a possibility to form of a recessive allele containing female. Okay, so such individual, such female should have her mother is carrier and her father is color blind. So then only the chances is there to formation of hemophilic female, but it is not survive in the society. At the embryo stage, it is going to disappear, it is going to die. Let's see, let's take a cross. Mother is what? Carrier. It means X, capital H, X, small h. And father is color blind, X, small h and capital Y. Just here this is diploid condition, gametes are formed, just meiotic division, gametes are formed, apply the Mendel knowledge here, haploid cell, gamete, one H is formed, here also haploid cell, one H is formed. And in this case also two gametes are formed, one small h and as usual one Y chromosome is not containing hemophilia gene, right? Let's cross it. X, H and small h. What is the progeny this? What character have to write? This is carrier female, right? Next, so X, H and Y. So this one is what? Normal male, Next, this one X, H, X, H. So this is hemophilic female, hemophilia female, and the last one is X, small h and Y. So this is hemophilic male. In the exam, in the competition exam, he will compulsory raise the question from this location. When the female, when a recessive allele containing or hemophilic baby is formed. Then hemophilic baby father mother alleles we have to represent. Okay, so in that way they are going to ask the questions. Let's see one previous question. The question is here, if you made a cross between one hemophilia male to one normal female, then the question is what? If the cross is made or if the marriage is occurred in between normal female to hemophilia male, then what is the probability of hemophilic male as well as hemophilic female? Let's see. The question is what regarding? Male is hemophilic and mother is normal. Female is what? Normal. Capital H and capital H. Then what is the probability of hemophilic male and hemophilic female? Okay. Here the gametes are, here only one type of gamete is formed here, and in this case two gametes are formed. One gamete is small h, one gamete is y. Just fuse it. Here X H and X small h, one progeny. The next case X H and Y, that is one progeny. Here this is what? So only this type of possibilities are formed, progenies are. So this progeny is what? It is a female, it is a female carrier. It is not suffering from any disease. It is transfer the mutated genes to next generation. So we can't write it is hemophilic. It is a normal, and it is the males is, it is a male. Male also be normal. So the answer is what? Answer is hemophilia male as well as hemophilic females are not formed when we made the cross between normal female to hemophilic male. Here in such case all are normal male and a carrier females. Then if you made a cross in between these two progeny, here one is what? Normal male, one is carrier female. One is X H and X small h is crossed with the X H and Y. This is normal male, and here this is carrier female. Then what happened? Same meiotic division is occurred here, from two gametes are one capital H and one small h. In this case also two gametes, like just fuse the gamete, male gamete with female gamete, X H and H. So this is what? Normal female. Next, here what happened? X H and Y, it is also be normal male. Next, here X H and X small h, it is carrier female, and the last individual is X small h and Y. So this is hemophilia male. Okay, here they will ask the two types of questions. Here they will ask two type of questions. One is regarding percentage of hemophilia, non-hemophilia, and sometimes regarding gender wise also they are going to ask. Let's see here, how many total normal males, normal females? Normal female is 25%, and normal male also be 25%. It means normal persons are without gender, it is 50% of individuals are normal, and here 25% of individuals are carrier and 25% of individuals are diseased. So this is one type of question, and sometimes they are going to ask, like for example here, all males percentage and female percentage. Here in males only 25% of individuals are going to suffer from the disease, and females we have to write normal, carrier also be normal. So it means 75% individuals are normal, females are normal, and 25% of males are going to suffer during this class. Okay, so this is previous year questions, how they are going to ask the questions. Next, one more example is given in NCERT, that is color blindness. Color blindness, it is also one of the example for sex-linked recessive genetic disorder. Generally in the humans, for vision purpose, like cone cells are present here, which are responsible for recognition of green as well as a red color. And in this case, such genes are which are located on X chromosome. Now, due to the mutation, that X chromosome containing genes are not going to produce proper vision cells. So then what happened? The person cannot recognize the difference between red color to green color. Both color look like as only one color, that is gray color. Okay. So now such person we can call as, now he is suffering from color blindness disease. Let's try the points. Example 2 is given, color blindness. Color blindness, which is also example for sex-linked, X-linked, recessive genetic disorder. Okay. Normally in humans, or generally in human, cone cells are present, which are responsible for a recognition of colors, recognition of red as well as green color. Now these genes which are located on X chromosome, which are located on X chromosome. Now what happened? These genes are mutated or altered. Now these mutated genes are not going to produce proper vision cells, nothing but cone cells. In such case what happened? In such case the person cannot recognize the difference between a red color to green color. Now such persons we can call as what? He is suffering from color blindness. Now in this case what happened? Both colors are look like as only one color, that is what? Gray color. Complete gray color is formed. Okay. So this is regarding color blindness information. Next, in this case here also be mostly males are suffering from color blindness, not females. Here, according to the insert is given, males, the percentage of males, 8% of males are suffering from the color blindness, and females are very less percentage, 0.4% of chances or least chances in female. Okay, color blindness is also appeared in female, but very less. In case of hemophilia babies are not born. Before the born of the baby, it is going to die. So that is the difference in between color blindness too as well as hemophilia. Okay, let's see what is the reasons why the less chances is there for color blindness in female. First, you know that, so these genes which are located on X chromosome. First point. Next, in male, X chromosome and Y chromosome like present, and female, both X chromosomes are present, both X chromosomes are present. Then what happens? Simple, like as hemophilia, X capital C normal, and X capital C, one small c, it is carrier, not suffering from any disease, and X small c and X small c, it is color blind female. Okay, here generally disease not appeared, we already discussed, because this, it is already mutated, altered gene, but such is repressor, or such is repressed by capital C. So that's why disease is not appeared. And in case of male, what happened? In case of male, X small c and Y. Here there is no suppressor gene beside the small c, so it is explicit character. There is no suppressor gene beside small c. So that's why here these all are suffering from disease. Got the point? Next, here when diseased females are formed, when disease female, which disease? Genetic disease, color blindness, when formed. So when mother is a carrier and her father should be color blind. So her father should be color blind. In such case, there is a chance for formation of color blind female, the baby is formed. Okay. So this is only question in the exam. He will ask a question like, what is the possibility of color blind female parents, or what is the genotype of color blind female parents, male as well as female genotype. Let's write it here. What I have to write? Carrier capital C, small c, color blind male, X small c and Y. Make a cross. First gamete, and here X small c and Y. What happened? These are 4 gametes, 2 gametes like fuse, X capital C, X small c. So this is not a disease, it is a carrier female. Next one, normal male, and next X small c, this is color blind female. Color blind female. Next, color blind male. Okay, so like that we have to cross. And here the question is 2 questions again same. Out of total progeny, how many progenitors are suffering from the disease? How many progenitors are normal. And second type of question is what? Regarding gender, he will ask how many males are normal, how many males are normal, how many males are carrier, how many males are affected. In female, how many females are normal, how many females are carrier, how many females are affected. And you know very well, in males there is no carrier, right? So this is information regarding color blindness. Let's discuss one previous year question. The question is, if the cross is occurred in between one color blind male and one normal female, then what is a progeny of how many progenies are suffering from the color blindness? Options are, first option 75% of progeny, 50% of progeny, 25% of the progeny, and fourth option is none of the progeny. Answer is what? No progeny is suffered in this cross. Okay, let's see the cross. If the cross is made between two persons, the male is color blind and female is normal. Female is normal. Simple, take a gametes, and here also be gamete or what form? One is a mutated gene, one is Y. Fuse the gametes, X capital C, X small c. So this is what we have to write. It is carrier female, and next this one is normal male. What is the point? So in this cross there is no progenies are suffering from the disease, all are normal. Carrier also be normal. Okay, next question. Same, if you made a cross in between these two persons, like alleles containing persons, female is a carrier and male is normal. What happened? Again, gametes from here, capital C, small c, here also capital C and Y. Is the gamete, capital C, it is normal female, normal male. It means 50% of individuals are normal. And next, here XC and XC, this is what? Carrier. And next one is color blind. Next one is what? Color blind. Now 50% of normal, 25% of what? Carriers, and 25% of color blind. Okay. So let one point here, just focus here. In this cross, progenies are not suffering from the disease. In this cross, progenies are suffering from the disease. Why? Look at the parents. Parents here male parent is already suffering from the disease, but here progenies are normal. But here none of the progenies are suffering from the disease, but progenies are suffering from the disease. So it is compulsory example for what? Recessive. And here we focus sex of individual, so sex linked recessive. So like that we have to recognize one thing. And second, sir, why in this progeny it is normal? Because here in this case here female is normal. In such cross, if female is normal, it is not transmit the mutated genes to the next generation. It means the conclusion is here disease is not transmit from male. So disease is transmission from carrier female to male, carrier female to male. Okay, so this is actually the point, a very important point is, in case of if the parents if the female parent is carrier, then only the chances is there to formation of disease. Okay, next, so if in this entire class here, look at one important thing, like father is what? Hemophilia. Father is father is color blind. Okay, so his son is normal and his daughter is carrier. His daughter is carrier. Okay, in the next generation, what happen? If a male cross in between like this, what happen? One male is going to suffer from the disease. At the last, what happen? His son is color blind. It means we can say here father is from father to disease to form daughter, become as carrier to son. So actually disease from grandfather to grandson, disease is transmitted. The disease is transmitted to grandfather to grandson through carrier daughter. Okay, so such type of inheritance is called as criss-cross inheritance. It is called as what? Criss-cross inheritance. Got the point or not? Grandfather, the disease is transferred from grandfather to grandson through his carrier daughter. So this is actually entire information regarding recessive, sex-linked recessive disorders. Okay. In the next class, we are going to discuss regarding chromosomal aberrations. Thank you all of you.